Okay, if you have not seen the show From, you need to watch it. You need to go see it. It's super, super good. I have been tracking that show for a minute. I just finally finished season 3, which I know it's been out for a while. I just didn't have access to it because I didn't have MGM Plus, but I did like the 7-day trial thing, and then I'm gonna like get rid of it because there's another show I wanted to watch too. Anyways, bottom line is I'm gonna put the name of the show right here. The show From. Just giving you a little synopsis on the storyline, and then I'm gonna tell you my thoughts on season 3, the last episode. I literally had to watch it 2 times because I had some thoughts about like what they were really saying in the last episode of season 3, because season 3 is the newest season. So basically there's this town where if you go into this town, you basically are kind of on a loop. So basically what happens is you're like driving, right, and there's a tree branch that will be in the road, and that's the beginning sign of you hitting this town. And basically everyone who's in the town cannot leave the town no matter what you do. You can try and walk out of there, you can try and drive your car out of there, but every time you try to leave, you always come back circling, looping to this town, right? And in this town there's these things, I don't even know if they even really have names for them, but they come out at night and they basically kill people that are in this town. um, they do find a way around that. Watch the show and you'll know what I mean by that. But anyways, fast forward to season 3, episode. Well, I don't know if it's episode 10 or what, but it's the last episode. If you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, because I am going to be giving my personal thoughts on the last episode and what I think it means. But basically, here's what I'm thinking. So when the mom and I don't even remember the guy's name, but the other guy that starts playing the violin, and they summon all these dead kids, right, to where this tree was. And she basically realizes that she's been to this town previously. I think that had been to the town previously, but she had been to the town in a different body, different name, and had different children. Because she had also mentioned to her husband when she like freaks out, right? Telling him about how they were trying to save the children because one of the children was her own. And so I'm thinking the other woman in this show that was also having visions of this place but hadn't been there was actually her in a different timeline, in a different realm, different dimension type thing, right? Like I think she's been to the town, like she said, multiple times, but not as herself. Like I think she went to the town under a different name, different physical appearance, but like her soul was the same, but she just didn't remember that she had been there until they had uncovered a bunch of stuff. And I also think too, why I think my theory is correct after they kind of revealed everything, of why, well, she basically says, yeah, she's been there before, but I think she was specifically, oh, what's that guy's name? There's a kid in the town. He's an adult now because he started out as a kid, but basically grew up in this town, became an adult, right? And he lost his sister and his mother. I think that she was actually his mother during the time when he was a little kid and he first came there with his sister and his mother. And I think that also too because anytime um, as this character in the show has a crash out, she typically is the only one that can soothe or calm him down. And at first I thought it was because, like, you know how some adults don't really fully grow up into being an adult, and especially for the circumstances that he had, he was a little kid. Pretty much everyone died. He's a little kid. He had to raise himself, figure things out on his own, so he didn't really develop into full like adult. Like mentally, he was still kind of like a kid. And anytime as an adult now in this town, because she's now here, different body, different name with her own family, he had a crash out. She was the only one in the town that could really soothe him. And at first I was like, maybe it's her like motherly instinct type thing, but no, I think it's because she